to talk about the types of data analysis, right? We have descriptive analysis, we have diagnostic, predictive, and prescriptive. So for this descriptive part, as it's displayed, so this is when you're actually looking at the data. You want the data to speak to you. So someone said that I think somebody used a word. He said, if you want your data to speak to you, you have to torture the data. So it is that torturing, that's investigation. Just imagine, okay, this is a weird example, but just imagine, okay, someone has been a terrorist, for example, now has been held in custody, and then he's keeping quiet, and then you need that information from that terrorist. So it is the level of torture, if it can withstand it, that will make him actually say something. So you can just bring that knowledge to you torturing your data. So it is until you're able to torture it appropriately that it will tell you something, right? So that's when you can gain those data insights. So it's actually the simplest form of analysis whereby it answers. So it basically answer the question, what happened? Let's say our sales was this. So what's happening with this data? What's happening with our sales? What have we done? Like, what's going on? What's our record? What's our performance over the years and all of those things? So descriptive analysis is answering the question, what happened? Okay, what was the median? What was the mode? What was the standard deviation? What was the variation? So that is to say that statistics actually is a key part of data analysis, right? Statistics is one thing you don't want to downplay when it comes to data analysis, because to make a good analyst, you must have that good understanding of statistics. So what happened? Like, you are summarizing past data. So sometimes you have to put it in dashboard. You are showing a trend analysis and all of that, and want to see the performance. So that's descriptive analysis. So diagnostic analysis. So usually after you have asked the question, what happened? You want to know, okay, why did this happen? Because, okay, what happened? You want to know the situation of things, right? This is the situation of things. This is what happened. That's descriptive analysis. And then, why did it happen? So that's where diagnostic. So you are trying to see the pattern. Oh, why do people buy more on Monday than on Tuesday? And then probably there are some external factors. Well, sometimes you might need to think outside the box, right? And then sometimes you might need to compare some features. Okay, let me use this very common example that we usually use in the data analysis world. So let's say we are in rainy season, right? And then you work with an ice cream company, you sell yogurt and all of that. Now, on a normal day, there's expectation that you will sell more ice cream during dry season. And then during rainy season, your sales drops, right? Now, if as a person, why your data might not actually include the season or out of the season. That's why I say sometimes thinking outside the box. Okay, so you can just have a column that talks about, okay, the months or so. If there are some other things that can be attached to it, so that way you know that, oh, it's because of this period. Or it could even just be that on a Saturday or on a weekend or on a Friday, day of the week, people actually tend to buy more on this day of the week, and then they tend to buy less and all of those things. So those are still kind of common examples, but there are actually some other factors that might influence your data, right? That might not be common knowledge. So that is where you have some of those other columns whereby you're able to see, oh, as this one is increasing, this one is decreasing. Oh, as this is decreasing, so that's where you check, okay, correlation analysis. Oh, my sales is increasing as this is increasing. When this drops, my sales also drop. So that way you can point out that, oh, these are some of the things that is affecting. These are some of the things that is making this thing to happen, right? So we have, let me skip predictive. Let me come to prescriptive. I'll come back to predictive. So prescriptive, usually when you have seen some of this pattern, so your prescriptive is to, okay, based on this pattern I've seen, how can we make something happen? Oh, if, because, okay, let's say you work with a company now where you have to you sell a product, right? And then there are customers. So we have some customers that are not buying today, that are buying tomorrow. But then you have a system whereby you have maybe some customer support that call customers. So you now notice that, oh, customers that are actually called actually do buy more, right? Those that are not called, over the times they relax, they stop buying. So your prescription at that moment is that, oh, let's encourage our call centers to do more of calling of customers so that they'll be able to make more sales, right? That's prescriptive. So prescriptive can take different dimension. Now, when we talk about predictive analysis, you want to forecast. Descriptive, diagnostic, and 1, 2, 4, they are working on past data and seeing what can be done. But number 3, which is predictive analysis is trying to forecast, talk into future data. Actually, it is at this point data analysis intersect with data science, right? So the moment you have to look into the future based on your current data, the moment you are trying to answer what will likely happen, right? This is what is happening. This is what happened today. I want to know what will happen tomorrow or for the rest of the week. That's when predictive analysis comes into play. And that is where the journey of, should I say journey now? That's where the story of data science come into play. That's the science. Like you are trying to project, you are trying to do some core analysis. So generally we still refer to science to an extent as analysis because it still has its foundation in analysis. So by the time we are talking about some other type of analysis, not like data analysis and type of analysis, we be hearing something like regression analysis, clustering analysis, and all of those. So all these things are actually data science stacks, right? But then predictive is that point where analysis intersects with data science.